Hey guys, welcome back to Jaybirdresin art. And for all my new subscribers, if you haven't heard me say it, because I haven't said it for a while, my name is Tara. And today we are going to be doing some more fall decor. And I want to do the little pumpkin jar mold that I got in a Happy Mail from Miss Lisa. And I have this little acorn mold that I got off Amazon, and today I want to use some of the new Let's Resin chrome powders that I got the other day. This is from the new set, and so for the pumpkin, I'm gonna go a little off normal pumpkin colors, and I'm gonna do the actual pumpkin in the bronze. And for the stem, I chose the black. I figured it kind of goes with black, and I want to try it out because, you know, that's what everybody's been waiting on, is the black. And then I'll jazz it up afterwards, I think. And for the acorn, I got, not the acorn, that's not an acorn. That's a pine cone. For the pine cone, I got the copper out. So it should be pretty straightforward and easy today. So let me go mix up some resin and we'll get... No, wait a minute. What am I doing? We gotta paint it first. Getting ahead of myself, ain't I? Okay, so let me get out a little brush here real quick. I'm going to get out a good and fluffy one so I don't have, you know, brush marks and stuff. Well, I have to, I wonder if I can get this down in there. This stem right here goes up and around. How can I get down in there? Well, how can I do that? I wonder if one of these little guys would get... I don't know. Well, let's try. We'll figure it out. Alright, so I'm going to get some static on my brush so that my powders stick to it better. See how it's got static on it? It sticks to it so it don't fly around everywhere. Actually, I need to turn my fan off because it's blowing right at me. And it's going to make powder go everywhere anyway. Okay, so we're going to try to get up in there. See how well this sticks, or if it's actually going to be opaque enough, because it looks pretty light in there. This might be just like the nail powder I already had. Maybe when we put resin in it, it will be darker. Alright, so this is... I don't know if I can get down in there like that. The tip of it is what I'm having a hard time getting in there. I need something that goes and hooks around. I wonder... Nope. don't think I'm gonna be able to get all the way in there. You know what? Let's get a little, where's my little spoon thing? Let's get a tad bit in the spoon. And drop, oh, that was too much. And we'll kind of try and see if I can get it up inside of there. Shake it around. Maybe I can coat the inside of that a little bit. Now I'm going to get it all on the part I don't want it to be black. Okay, let's turn it upside down and shake it about. Try to get it in there. Think that'll work? I don't know. I do not know, but let me get another fluffy brush. If I can find it. I don't want to get black on that one. Alright, so now I'm going to try to burnish it in. I know I got way too much powder in there now. Oh, well, I just messed up. I got it all over there anyway, didn't I? Oh well, I have to wipe it off. It'll be alright. It looks like I had red or something on my brush. So hopefully you don't see that too much. Alright, let's put that up. I'll get a little baby wipe and wipe off that from the inside of the pumpkin. Hopefully, looks like a, I don't know, I can't really tell if it went all the way inside of there or not. Kind of, I don't know. It does look like it's a little tint of red. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but it does look like it's got a little tinge of red in there. Maybe you won't be able to tell. I don't know. If it is, oh well. I mean, red's a fall color anyway. Might look cool. Who knows? Alright, so let's put that to the side now. Alright, so, well, I need this still, don't I? Okay. So we got the bronze. That's pretty. Get off all that off the top of it. Get some static. Ooh, that's really pretty. Oh, a bunch of it fell down in there. and the stem part. So I just lost some of it. Let's shake it out. I'm trying to get all around, especially underneath of that underside. Don't want to miss anything. We have bare spots on our pumpkin. Can't see under there. I'm trying to flip it a little bit. You kind of, there we go. You kind of bend the silicone. Oh, wait, that's way too much. There we go. That should be good. That's working pretty good. Alright, now we just need to burnish it in real good to get that real nice metallic effect. The more you burnish it in, the better it looks. Kind of blow it out. There's some still down in there that is the copper that'll probably just float to the top, but we already got the black burnished in, so it'll be fine. Oh wait, duh. I might need to go back to bed or go to bed. It's been a long day. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so this pumpkin, for some reason, comes with this little insert. I think I was also listed as like a candle mold, so maybe they did it like that to where you can just fill the whole thing up with candle wax or something. I really don't know, but it kind of makes it easier to paint the mold, so that's good. You can just take it out. Which you don't need to do that part there if you're doing the, you know, with the jar part, but it already fell in there, so went on ahead and just did it. So, oh, that is really pretty. I love it. I love copper. Fall is my favorite time of year. Some of my favorite colors, my favorite weather. Oh, I love it. Not too hot, not too cold. You can snuggle up in a blanket, wear sweatshirts and sweatpants and hoodies and all that fun stuff. I'm excited. I love, love, love fall. And so much fun stuff to decorate and create with resin and just everything. What's everybody else's favorite season or holiday? Mine is definitely fall and I guess Thanksgiving. Yeah, definitely. Definitely Thanksgiving. I love all the food. And just spending time with family. I think that was Jason's, my husband's, favorite holiday too. we'd go over to his mom's house and he'd eat and stuff himself full, and then he'd go out and pass out on the couch in the sunroom. So, yeah, he loved Thanksgiving. He just loved spending time with family and stuff too, you know. Okay, so the only thing that's a bit concerning is getting this back in here without messing up the powder. So I'm going to try to stick it down in that little spot there. Okay. Now can I tell if it messed anything up? Looks like it wiped some off in the middle, but that's fine. We don't even need that. Looks like some on the sides. So let's get a little bit more. I probably should do the insert too, though, anyway, right? Just so the inside of the jar is also colored. But how am I gonna be able to see it? Now it's done come off again. Why would... Oh, jeez. Alright, maybe there's no need to take it out. Might as well just leave it in there when you do it. But the problem is it don't want to stay in there whenever you're like trying to dust it. And when you're trying to dust it, it moves around and wipes off the powder. Maybe this wasn't a good idea to dust the mold. I didn't realize it was gonna do that. Dang it. Man. Dang it. It keeps like smushing in. And then it wipes off my powder when it touches the mold. I don't know. That's kind of the best I can do. You can see little spots that it's come off. If you turn it to the side, let's see. Just be easy. What is that? Is that on the outside? It is. Alright. Hopefully that's good. Ah! It came out again. Jeez. Yeah, this wasn't the greatest idea for them to do that. I know it's wiped off right there, but I don't care about that. I'm just trying to make sure it's okay on the rest of it. Well, this was supposed to be quick and easy. Dang it. Alright. Let's push it down real good. Did I just wipe it off on the sides again? Oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Hopefully that's good. How are you gonna squidge it? I just wiped it off. This is tricky. Yeah, if you get this mold, your best bet is just to fill it with resin rather than try to paint it. Alright. Now I'm going to be concerned with bubbles because I don't want to mess with that too much and dislodge that piece. Okay, where's my... Let's put this back on. Alright. Let's wipe that off a little bit. It's not that big a deal because the pine cone can be different colors of brown. It should be fine. Not a big deal. All right, so we just did the bronze. So let's now do the copper. Now this is one of those really squidgy candle molds. So I'm gonna put it on a paper towel. I don't want to mess up my my mat here. So let's get a paper towel out and we'll get this mold painted. That's a real pretty color too. Just see, this one has those little details in there, so I'm gonna have to really get it down in there. You know what? Well, actually, it would be cool to mix the two. Actually, or you know what? Maybe I'll just paint whatever it goes on, and whatever color resin I do, if I do like a different color brown or something, it'll go in the spots that are like the little grooves for the pine cone things, and it will be like multicolored, you know. So I'm not going to worry about struggling to try to get it in those little areas. Let's just hit wherever we can and let the resin fill in the rest. Okay, so now we've got everything done and dusted. Hopefully, I have a feeling I don't have all the black on there. But, you know what? Oh, should we fill it up with black resin anyway? I don't know. Let me think about it. I'm going to mix up some resin. We'll be right back. Alright, so I mixed 11 ounces. I was thinking maybe 3.5 for that one. Maybe 7.5 for this one. Hopefully. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for the... Why do I keep forgetting what this is? Pine cone. I'm going to use the I'm off today. The Pores Deep Chestnut, because I figure in the parts that do not have the chrome powder, it would fill in nicely with this. And for the pumpkin, I'm going to use the black, so that if I did miss any on the stem, I would, fill it in with this, and it'd be fine on the there, pumpkin part. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this mica powder here, maybe a little bit more. Scrape my sides real good. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this deep chestnut, I can already see. Scrape it real good. Seems like it's sticking. That looks good. And if I need any extra in this or that, I could, just, or if I have too much of this one, I can pour it in this one. If I have too much of this, I can pour it in that. It's not going to be a big deal. I don't think, anyway. All right. This is so thick and hard to get out. Come on. You know what? I need to cut the tip of this nozzle off, I think. Make it bigger, I may do that. Not right now, but I may do that. Alright, so let's mix this up really well. That looks like it should be good. Plenty of pigment. I think I will probably need to put that acorn in the vacuum chamber, because it's got a lot of little areas for potential bubbles. Maybe even that lid, so I don't get a bubble in the tip there. I can't put the pumpkin in the vacuum chamber because I feel like it will definitely suck that insert out of it and displace it for sure. Alright, don't want to have any unmixed pigment, so I'm going to mix this a little bit more. Okay. Alright, hopefully that is good. So now I need to go put the resin in the vacuum chamber to get all the bubbles from mixing out of it. And I don't look like I have any mica floating to the top or anything, so that's good. So I'm going to put this in the vacuum chamber and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Alright, so let's go ahead and pour this pumpkin first. I'm just going to pour it in slowly, because I can't go and squeeze the rim of that around the bottom. So I'm really hoping that it gets in there really good. Oh, okay, that is good in domes now. Alright, now let's see. It's the best way to do this. I'm gonna pour it on the side of where like the stem is, so maybe it will flow in there good. I don't know. Okay, maybe we'll squeeze it. Let's squeeze it real good. See if I get a bubble come up out of there. Huh. I don't see any bubble coming out. I don't know. Should I put it in the vacuum chamber? To be sure. I gotta put that one in the vacuum chamber anyway. So I might go ahead and do that. And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of this. Alright. So let's fill this up. I don't know. 3/4 of the way. Oh, I'm gonna have more of this too. All right. Okay, so should I put a little bit more? All right, I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna go put these two in the vacuum chamber. I got a bubble popping up. Oh man, I might have domed that one too much. I don't know. Let me go put these in the vacuum chamber real quick. Maybe another drop. Stop. No. Okay. That looks good. So now I gotta figure out what to do with all this extra resin. Man, I knew I was gonna do that because it was so hard to judge how much it was gonna take, you know. And now I still don't know how much it took. Well, I could put this back in like a measuring cup and this back in the measuring cup and see how much it is. That would help me judge what kind of a, I better not do that, it's close to the edge. There's a bubble right there. So I can decide on what mold to use as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Well, this one's got the half markers on it. So yeah, let's do that one. All right. Oh, okay. So now it says we have well, 2.5 ounces. So what did I put in there in the beginning? What, like 7.5? So 5 ounces. And I almost was guessing 5 or 6, but that's okay. So I have 2 ounces of that. I don't even know. I'm not gonna mess up another cup. So let me find something that takes a 2.5 ounces real quick. All right, so I'm getting a bunch of bubbles popping up there. I don't know what that means. Oh, dang it. All right, so let's fill up the rest of this. And I gotta figure out how much resin I got and what I can use the rest of this in. All right. Oh, and I need to go up underneath of this lip. Make sure I don't scratch it up though. Scratch off the chrome powder. Is that enough? Maybe a little bit more. All right, now let's get our little looming hook and go up underneath the here. Oh, I'm gonna scratch it up, you know. Ah. I can't tell. Can't see in there. Ay, ay, ay. I don't want to scratch up my powder. Ah. Trying to be easy, but I don't know. But I mean, I guess if you have it on top of the pumpkin, you're not going to see bubbles or the chrome powder wiped off or whatever. I might be able to fix it if I do. You know, either fix the bubbles with, yeah, I'll record that. Fix the bubbles with UV resin. No. And I could use like a chrome marker or something. I don't know. Of course, I had to do that. All right, let's get a Q-tip and wipe that off. All right. Now we got to fill this one the rest of the way up. Okay, so this thing just floated up. So I had to push it back down. And now my resin, I have less resin, which means I'm sure the resin went up inside that insert. So, yeah, this is probably going to be messed up. I don't know what to do about, oh gosh. Okay, so now I got to put some more resin in there. Hopefully it doesn't float up again. And hopefully it didn't rub off all my powder. Rubbing up against the side, and then I had to push it back down. Oh, I don't know. Why would they do this like that? I just don't understand. That is stupid. Why would they do that? So my resin's getting really hot now. I can feel it. Took me a second to figure out what I was going to do. So for the brown, I'm just going to do this little pumpkin. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Maybe I should have painted it, but, oh well. So, I'm going to pour this in here. Let me stop and get the stem. Make sure I got resin down in the stem there. Okay. And we'll fill this up the rest of the way. Hopefully, oh no. Okay, well that's going to cut into what I was going to do with the black. Come on now. Okay, maybe it won't. Oh. Okay. Looks like we're going to have enough. But now that I had to use more resin in that, I might not have enough for what I was going to do. And I don't think I will. Actually, I just realized it because I was going to do the little Into Resin frog, and I was going to paint the green chrome powder on it. But it takes 3 ounces, and now I only have 2. I was going to fill it up with the black and use the rest of this in it if I need it more. But now I don't have enough again. Oh, God. Because I had to add more to that, too. Oh, jeez. I'll surprise you. I'll figure it out and I'll surprise you. Alright, guys. Well, sorry to say, but we've lost the pumpkin. The jar. Because... Sorry, I had to turn the fan on. This thing, I went back and I was trying to edit some videos. And I didn't come back and check in time. And it floated again. So now, and I lost resin, so that tells me that it's inside of here. And it's hard right there. So all this resin got sucked up into the thing, so there's not going to be any hole. And there's no bottom to the jar. And I thought about putting the black UV resin on here, but then I realized can't do that because I would lose my insert, because it would be fully encapsulated in resin. So yeah, that stinks. The only thing I can think of is to only fill it with a little bit of resin at first. And broken easel just fell over again, so if you hear some screaming in the background, that's her. Fill it with a little bit of resin, let it cure a little bit, or at least get sticky to where it won't move, and then fill it up. Why would they do this? I ruined a perfectly beautiful, cute mold. See? It's full of resin. And her bottom's gone. Well. Oh, can I even get that out? Well, this is thin enough. I guess I'll have to... Oh, man. Man. That stinks. Wasted 5 freaking ounces of resin. That's a good amount of resin to just waste and have to do it all over again. I'm wondering what you could use that for. Can you do anything with that? No, because even if you did anything, you wouldn't see it because the stuff, it's opaque. Well, I mean, once you put it down on the table, you can't tell. Yeah, well. That could be nice, though, if it was clear. You could put a tea light up underneath it there, like that. You know. I'm sure I got all kind of bubbles in this thing. Gosh, come on. Dang it. Come on now. That TV is really loud. I'm gonna have to go turn the TV down. Come. Lord have mercy. Get. Why can I not get up under there? I really want this pumpkin to be a good mold. Especially, oh, it's warm. And I got that stem to worry about. Is it? Yeah, it's a tad bit warm. So, let's just, I'm going to try. Probably too warm to get that stem out, ain't it? Oh, I knew it. See, I should have filled it up more before I put it in the vacuum chamber, so I would get the bubbles out of the rim too. Now, this is probably not the greatest idea, but I mean, it's already ruined anyway, right? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Nothing about this worked. Oh, God. Hold on a second. Okay, so I got the butterfly out. And this mold is covered in those little tiny, like, crushed diamondy stuff, right? And so every time that you demold it, it kind of rips out some of the silicone that makes that design, which I didn't really think about when I purchased it for what, $45 freaking. And not only, I'm realizing, does it rip out some of the crystals, some of the resin also stays back behind, because this color from my last one is stuck in there. So now it's discolored my perfectly beautiful crystal butterfly, which is a shame. I do love this mold, even though it's really hard to get out. But that's a bit of a shame, and especially because the more you demold it, the more, I don't know if you can tell, but it takes away a lot of that crystal stuff, and you can see that right there is not covered in crystals. And there's a couple other places all around, like that one. And there. Yeah, it's kind of hard for the camera to figure that out, but down here, it's everywhere. So that kind of stinks. So nothing really came out well. Now I have to do the pumpkin again, because nothing came out in good condition. Dang it. Okay. Well, let me paint the mold again and figure out how I'm gonna do this properly, and we'll be back. Okay, so since I already did the chrome and that didn't work out too well, I think I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna use something totally different. I'm thinking if I thicken the resin up and use a faster curing resin, that it won't have the ability or the time to float if it does come loose. So my idea is I'm going to use some glitter. So I'm going to use the Rimpio Golden Sun. No, wait a minute. This is the wrong one. Dang it. I put the wrong one up. Where'd it go? Oh no. Okay. So I'm going to use the Rimpio Dusk Forest. It's like an opal glitter, so it does have some goldish in it, but it's also got like some browns and stuff in it. And then I did go ahead and dust the stem to make it different with the same chrome powder here, which is the bronze. I think that will go pretty good with it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it will go well with it. And I've never used this resin for this much resin before, so I'm a little nervous. But I'm going to use the 1 hour promise. Yeah, so that should cure up pretty quick and shouldn't have enough time to float. And with it being thicker resin, and definitely thicker with the glitter in it, maybe there won't be a problem other than a possible flash cure and some nerve-wracking pouring, because I've never done it for anything other than like a small like top coat real quick, you know. So yeah, let me and I'm not going to do with the glitter in it. It should only maybe take like 4.5 ounces. So I'm gonna go well, I don't know how I would do 4.5, so I would have to do 4. No, let's just go ahead and do the 5, because I don't want to be short, and we'll put it in something else. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the resin mixed up, and I'll be right back. Actually, before I do that, I want to go ahead and show you some Happy Mail that I got. So I got it. Miss Jeannie sent me a couple things. She sent me this really cute mold It's a, dang it. Come on. It's a little pot mold, and the pictures on the example on Amazon, it was absolutely gorgeous, and I want to try to recreate it because it was so cool, but I don't have a clue how they did it. Actually, I think I'm going to try something. I don't know if that's how they did it or not, but I'm going to try because it was really, really cool. That's what sold me on it. She also, well, here's the thing. It says, enjoy your gift. I thought this was so pretty and wanted to see what you had in mind for it. Hugs. Have fun from Jeannie. Yeah, see, she thought the same thing. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to try to recreate it. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but yeah, I'm going to try. And then she also sent me some magnets. I've been needing some good magnets. Well, these are like a real thick, extra strong kind. And she also sent me some UV DTF stickers. These are some fall themed ones. I didn't have any more fall thing. I had some like Thanksgiving ones left over from last year, but of course it's too early to actually have out Thanksgiving stuff. So, oh man, I just cut my glove. But these are really cute. Oh, it says, hey pumpkin, hello fall. Oh, these are pretty. And you don't see a whole lot of real pretty ones like on Amazon like you do on Temu, but these are pretty cool. So they must be stepping their game up. Oh, autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's really sweet. Oh, it's got a gnome on it. And little coffee things. I'm not too big into football. I don't know if I could just cut that part off. Or just use that part. Oh, it's got a football on it. Well, I love fall most of all. Me too. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that one. Grateful and blessed. Happy fall, y'all. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. Alright, I'm going to go through all of them. But these are really, really super cute. Alright, so now I'm going to go mix up the resin. Okay, so I mixed up 5 ounces of the Promise resin. Now, when you first mix this resin, it is kind of thin because the B is thin. But that's a good thing because I still want to be able to put it in the vacuum chamber, and it's going to get thick fast. But that also works in our favor too because we want it to be thick when it goes in there. So I should be able to have time to put it in the vacuum, mix all the glitter in real quick, and then have a little bit of time to put it through the vacuum chamber so we don't have a bunch of micro bubbles ruining the project. So I'm going to transfer this into a different cup. And then I'm going to split it in half, so it doesn't get too hot too fast. Okay. I need to work fast though. Alright, so let me get a stick. And I'm just gonna dump it all. It's a small bottle. And hopefully that's enough. I don't know. Can still see a lot of clear in there, can't you? Let me get another one. I'll get the golden one, the little golden one. Where did it go? Okay. Let's get the golden sunshine. We'll add that to it. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that should be good. Right? Yeah, hopefully that's good. All right, so let's split it in half. I hope that's pretty. Oh gosh. Doesn't look great. We'll see. I'm gonna go put this in the vacuum chamber. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's vacuum chambered. Feels a little warm already. Okay, so let's push this down really good again. And then we're just gonna pour it and hope and pray that it doesn't move and float up again. Actually, now that there's, well, let's put some more in there. I was going to push it down again. Now that there's a little bit of resin, maybe keep it, hopefully keep it from moving. Maybe it'll suction itself. I don't know. So I'm going to fill this up to a dangerously high level so that maybe I can suction the bubbles out from getting them on the rim. Okay, stop. Not that high. Well, now that I can see through it, maybe I can just use my little tool. But I don't know if there's resin down in there, especially with it being so thick and the stem there. Either way. This is a tricky mold. I didn't expect this to be like... Let me just stick it in there. I'll have to keep an eye on it. For sure. It's going to overflow, for sure. It's definitely going to overflow. I'll be right back. Okay, so it didn't actually overflow, and I did see a bunch of bubbles come out. So, and it is pretty sticky already. I think I overflowed this one, or overpoured this one a little bit. And this one needs a tiny bit less, or more in it. See how sticky it is already? Okay, I think it may work. Not too bad. Let me clean this up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Let me put a little bit more. Ooh, it is sticky. That stuff gets sticky quick in large amounts. It gets sticky quick either way. But it really gets sticky in large amounts like that. Come on. Now, I have a tiny bit I could scrape out and do something with. Yeah, I'm glad I went with the 5 instead of trying to just do a... 4 or whatever, because I wouldn't have had enough. Okay. There's no way that resin can move and go up underneath of there. Surely not. So, I gotta figure out something to do with the rest of this. Try to find something to scrape it into. And we'll be back on demold. Alright, well, it is time to demold. And looks like the glitter all stayed suspended and we didn't get any seepage. So it worked. So let's see about getting this out. Oh, by the way, for the extra, I put it in the turtle mold again. It was pretty sticky at that point. I had to use my heat gun to reheat it over and over until I finally filled it up. But I didn't have, once again, any more inclusions or any inclusions to go in it. So I just put like these little pieces of colored glass in it. I think it looks all right. I gotta get some inclusions, but you can't really tell anyway, you know, what it is, but it will shake. So I'll glue that on here in a minute. Let's try to get this out. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now we gotta get this thing out. Okay. Alright, I got it. So, oh, that's pretty. Get a little bit seeped under, but look. That is really pretty. Very shiny. Aw, I like that. Need some trimming. A little bit. And right there. But otherwise, it's really cute. Okay. I'm trying to get this one out. Okay. Alright. Oh, look. It got in there. A little bit of work getting that powder on there, but it worked. You can see the glitter coming through it a little bit. That's okay. Oh, no bubbles or nothing. Cool. Well, there's a tiny one somewhere. Where'd it go? Right there. But that's fine. Let me take these gloves off. Now that I'm not demolding. I'm getting fingerprints all over my mold. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love it. I'm glad I did the glitter. Cool. So what, if anything, can we do? It's already sparkly. But I do have some of these leaves that I did before. I'm wondering if I heat them up and cut the stem off, if I can put that on there. Alright guys, well, I finally finished it. So for this, to fix that spot there, I used the Let's Resin black UV resin and mixed it with some more of the Interference pink. Covered that up. For the little pumpkin here, I was going to put rhinestones on it, but that was just going to be too much. So I just used the Renfio chrome markers that I got in Happy Meal from Miss Karen and colored the top and just put lines down the side. I think it jazzed it up a little bit. For the pine cone, I took some gold rub and buff and just hit the tips of the, I don't know, what do you call them? Well, the pine cone. Just rubbed it across it, whatever you want to call it. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, and then for the shaker, I think you've already seen it. I glued the lid on. For the pumpkin, I heated up the leaves. One of them broke because it's been cured for so many days. It was really hard, and I didn't heat it up at first. I heated up enough at first so it wasn't real bendy. So one of them broke, but I found another one, and those stick on there pretty good. Since they're cured so much though, they didn't want to lay flat, completely flat. So they're sticking up like a little bit, but it's okay. I mean, they stick up like that in, you know, real life. So, oh, I thought it was cute. And then I found a UVDTF sticker that I had left over from last year that I thought kind of matched it. It was a little cutesy, kind of like the pumpkin is. So that's pretty cute. And for the other pumpkin, I couldn't leave it like that because I really liked the way it came out. So I fixed it. And I think you're going to like it, because I do. Look what I did. I put rhinestones. This took forever. They kind of, because the tip, let's see which way does it go, because they kind of fit on there a certain way where they line up. Is that it? I wanted, see, there was bubbles on the tips there, and I wanted to cover those up, so that's why I did the rhinestones. But I think it's really pretty, and I put rhinestones on there, and I guess you can see that the lid is on. So what I did was, well, they're still not lining up perfectly. What I did was I took my Dremel and drilled out the hole. So it's not a jar because you don't have a bottom, but you can't tell when it's just kind of sitting on your desk or table or mantle or whatever. Which way is it go? I think it goes like that. So if it just sits there, it's absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what, it took quite a bit of work to get here though, but I'm really glad that I pushed through all that and did it, because I love it. I didn't even have to do a second one, because this one came out gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. So what do you think? Do you love it? I do. I do. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just for me anyway. It's just going to be, you know, sitting on a table or something like that, looking pretty. I wasn't going to use it for anything, you know, but yeah, I think they're cute. So they've got like a cutesy one and a nice, elegant, pretty one, which are both pretty, but in their own different kind of way. But I just love it. It really took me a long time to do that, believe it or not. Oh, and these are the rhinestones that I got in that in Happy Mail in that big old set. I think it came from Debbie. So yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I believe it was Debbie. So thank you everybody for contributing to helping me make these beautiful pumpkins and everything. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.